You've probably heard Kanye West making no shortage of controversial statements lately in the news. But besides his inflammatory tweets, there are a lot of things you might not know about this complicated superstar. We'll reveal some facts about Kanye West that just might surprise you. Before we begin, make sure you're subscribed for more videos from the taco. Let's get started. Dress code. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West have been married so long that many people forget that Kim used to have a totally different sense of style. Back in the day, Kim said that she loved wearing colorful clothes, but now Kanye insists that she stick to black, white, and neutral colors instead. She also used to love wearing voluminous hairstyles which used tons of extensions, but those had to go when she hooked up with Kanye. He prefers to see his wife sporting platinum blonde locks instead. Ironically, after he completely switched up her style profile, Kim credited Kanye with forcing her to dress more like an individual. John Legend. It's no secret that Kanye has many famous friends, but did you know that one of them is famous musician John Legend? He and his wife, Chrissy Teigen, are close to Kanye and his wife, Kim Kardashian. Back before the two men hit it big, Legend was attending college when a roommate offered to introduce him to his cousin who was also interested in making music. Needless to say, that cousin was no other than Kanye West. Legend has called their first meeting serendipitous, and the two men started working together almost immediately. They are so close that Legend reached out to Kanye recently to try to address some of the disturbing statements he's been making. Kanye seriously breached the friend code by posting screenshots online, and many wonder if their long friendship will survive this situation. Mrs. Kanye West. No, we aren't talking about Kim Kardashian, but a completely different Mrs. Kanye West. Kanye has one crazy fan who legally changed her name to Kanye Risa West in tribute to her favorite musical artist. She prefers to be called Mrs. Kanye West, and she has no lost love for his real wife, Kim Kardashian. If that wasn't enough to prove her dedication, she also got Kanye's name tattooed somewhere private in enormous letters. Latest ink. But it looks like Kanye might be getting his very own tribute tattoo sometime in the near future. Although he has 3 children, North, Saint, and Chicago, he only has a single son. While most parents would do anything to avoid showing obvious favoritism, Kanye has been thinking about getting a tattoo to pay tribute to his son, Saint West. And nothing says "I love you, son" like a huge tattoo across your neck. Or at least that's how Kanye feels. He admitted on Twitter that he had a friend draw up a tattoo of his son's name and has been thinking about getting it permanently inked right on his neck. Education. Kanye West hasn't been shy about the fact that he dropped out of college in order to pursue a career in music. He even titled an album The College Dropout, which of course refers to himself. But despite his decision to drop out, Kanye still realizes the value of a quality education and has encouraged many other people to persevere and stay in school. He acknowledges that you can be successful without higher education, but claims it's much harder and puts you at a distinct disadvantage. While he was struggling to make ends meet with his music career, he had to resort to working as a telemarketer because he didn't have the credentials for a more illustrious position. China. We all know that Kanye West considers Chicago to be his home, and that the city has a ton of sentimental meaning to him. But Kanye did once spend an entire year abroad, and it's not where you might guess. Back when he was 10 years old, Kanye's mother, Donda West, decided to take part in an exchange program. She taught at Nanjing University and brought her son Kanye along to live in China with her. Little Kanye was the only foreigner in his class, but his mom reported that he picked up the language quickly and did well in school. Green eggs and ham. We all have to start somewhere, even Kanye West. His mother, Donda West, decided to help pay for her son to record his very first musical track. He was only 13 at the time and had no choice but to opt for a dingy basement studio. Kanye sang into a microphone that was dangling from the ceiling by means of a wire hanger. Despite the subpar recording space, Kanye was enthusiastic about his work and recorded a track entitled Green Eggs and Ham. He was so hungry for success that we suppose he would have recorded anywhere, such as in the rain or on a train. Car crash. Back when Kanye was staying up all night making music and spending all day hustling, he experienced a major setback in the form of a car accident. He wrapped up a late-night session with Beanie Sigel, PD Crack, and the Black Eyed Peas before leaving the studio at 3 a.m. in his rented Lexus. Another car cut him off, causing Kanye to swerve right into oncoming traffic. The effects of the accident were devastating, and he had to undergo reconstructive facial surgery as a result. Not to mention the fact that he didn't have any health insurance at the time and had to pay his mounting medical bills completely out of pocket. Defining moment. Although the aftermath of his accident was a horrible time for Kanye, he considers it a defining moment in his life. It was even the inspiration for his first big hit, Through the Wire. In retrospect, Kanye realized that the work he was doing in the studio that night wasn't the quality work that he's really capable of. He was tormented by the thought that if he hadn't survived the crash, his legacy would have been a handful of subpar tracks. This changed his entire outlook, and he vowed to treat every single recording session as if it could be his last. He created Through the Wire while his jaw was broken and refused to let that stop him. Mistaken identity. It's not unusual for celebrities to have a checkered past, complete with brushes with the law, so it might not surprise you that in 2000, Kanye was arrested, and you'll never guess the crime. He was handcuffed for stealing printers from the Illinois Staples Center. You can go ahead and laugh at the idea of Kanye needing to steal printers, because it turns out he wasn't guilty. It was a case of mistaken identity, and Kanye accused the police of racially profiling him during his arrest. He even went as far as to claim that he had been set up. The next Michael Jackson. Kanye West isn't exactly the most humble guy on the planet, and sometimes his penchant for bragging has hurt him rather than helped him. For years, producer No ID had been helping out Kanye West, until one fateful meeting. No ID claims that Kanye began to act crazy, and at one point leapt onto a table, much to the shock of everyone in the room. Kanye ranted that he was going to be the next Michael Jackson, and claimed to be superior to Jermaine Dupri. It was just crazy enough to make No ID temporarily lose faith in Kanye, and wonder if he was making a huge mistake. Displaying awards. Although he's more well known for his outbursts at award shows, Kanye has won a ton of awards for his music. Considering his ego, you'd think that he would want to build a trophy cabinet for all his Grammy awards. But that's not the case. According to Kim Kardashian, he doesn't feel the need to display them for the world to see, and would just have them scattered around the house randomly. After continually finding them in the laundry room or the sock drawer, Kim gathered them up and hoped to convince Kanye to display them properly. Giving awards. In fact, Kanye is so unenthusiastic about his own awards that he's been known to literally give them away. When he was handed the BET Award for Video of the Year, Kanye handed it right over to Big Boy and UGK, who Kanye felt had produced a superior video. In 2008, Kanye turned over his American Music Award for Best Male Rap Hip-Hop Artist to Lil Wayne. He claimed that he deserved it last year, but this year Lil Wayne should take home the prize. Kanye has claimed that there's no need for him to cling to his own awards, because his greatest award is whatever project he's working on at the moment. A helpful suggestion. We all remember the fateful moment when Kanye interrupted Taylor Swift, but it had a bigger effect on Kanye than many people realize. Afterwards, Mos Def paid Kanye a visit in his home and suggested that he leave America for the time being. So Kanye did just that. He headed to Japan, then to Rome, before finally making it back to the United States by stopping by Hawaii. Kanye claimed that it was refreshing to get away from the paparazzi for a while and gave him a much-needed break. Smile. We mentioned earlier that Kanye helped Kim Kardashian completely overhaul her sense of style. There was once a time when Kim would happily smile for photographers and would even stop and chat with the paparazzi because she enjoyed the attention. Then she started dating Kanye, who encouraged her to stop smiling for photos and instead adopt his own serious expression. In his mind, it's best to play it cool in public and avoid flashing a bright smile. Kim admits that she struggled with the change at first, but now it's second nature for her to scowl at the paparazzi, just like her husband. Mark Zuckerberg. Kanye has never been afraid to reach into his own pockets to finance his projects, but sometimes his ideas are simply too big to pay for all on his own. So when Kanye came up with a billion-dollar idea he claimed would change the world, he decided to call on someone with much deeper pockets. He reached out to Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg via Twitter. He asked for a small loan of $1 billion, to which Zuckerberg did not respond. Later, on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Kanye admitted that it might have been a good idea to at least ask Zuckerberg via Facebook, instead of on another form of social media. Fish sticks. Nobody is safe from being mocked on an episode of South Park, and that includes Kanye West. We all remember the episode that featured Kanye and a juvenile joke about fish sticks. Trey Parker and Matt Stone probably expected Kanye to throw a tantrum about being made fun of, but his reaction was really surprising. Kanye admitted that the episode had hurt his feelings, although he did find it kind of funny. He declared that he saw the episode as a way to keep his ego in check, and that being so over the top was no longer working for his career. It doesn't seem like he maintained that outlook, but it was a surprisingly humble reaction nonetheless. Favorite part. Kim Kardashian and her enviable body have been drooled over by a large portion of the population. But what is her husband's favorite part of her body? Kanye has compared her body to one from a Renaissance painting and admitted that he loves looking at her figure. But when it comes to his favorite part of his wife, Kanye claims that it's Kim's heart that he loves the most. When Kim asked what part of Kanye she likes the best, she also claimed to love his heart, but added that his legs are a close second. Wicked. Sampling music from other artists is no small part of Kanye's career, but he did get inspiration from a rather unusual source, the hit musical Wicked. That's right, back when Kanye and his now ex-girlfriend Amber Rose were making beautiful music together, he drew inspiration from a musical. The pair used the song Popular from Wicked, but unfortunately for us, the track was never officially released. However, if you search, you might just be able to find it online. Franz Ferdinand. Kanye West has a ton of famous friends in the rap and hip-hop scene, but he's also a fan of the indie rock band Franz Ferdinand. Kanye called their sound white crunk and claimed that they're one of his favorite bands of all time. Not only that, but he admits that their sound inspired his album Late Registration, and apparently the feelings are mutual, as the band has cited Kanye West as a source of inspiration for their musical stylings in the past. It seems that this unlikely friendship has been beneficial for everyone involved. Which one of these facts about Kanye West did you find the most surprising? Let us know in the comments section, and then click subscribe to get more videos from the Taco. Bye for now.